And foremost, all praises, glory, honor goes to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakako Das, double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone that taught us this true salutation. Oh, Yakin pushing this word day in and day out on this quick lesson on the longest government shutdowns, man. Okay. So the federal government is like the biggest employer here in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia. All right. And even Pennsylvania. I knew this one guy, he could have been a Jake. You know, he had a lively spirit for an Edomite looking guy. You know, he always had jokes and shit. You know, he used to make comments on some of my coworkers. He was a guard, right? Front desk guard, U.S. Marshal, whatever. This is back when I was a contractor for the damn federal government. And, you know, like football, NFL and shit. He used to make comments on, because we had certain nigga women that had like, you know, a few of them that had like a fat ass in there. He used to always make comments of that shit. So he could have been a Jake, man. Esau's not, you know, witty like that, man. If Esau would probably look, but he won't make a witty comment to a Jake like me, you know what I'm saying, about that shit. So he used to actually live in Pennsylvania, like southern Pennsylvania, and drive all the way to like DC for work, man. So this shutdown is affecting a lot of people all over the East Coast, man. All right, I'm sure it's people that live in New York, probably work in DC. They just take the damn 3-hour bus ride or train ride every day, or like a few days a week, and then work from home a couple of days. What they call it, like the hybrid schedule. Okay. So here's the longest shutdowns. Was 2018. I was a part of that shit, man. All right, as a contractor, and I remember that shutdown. But the Lord, the Lord actually blessed me that summer going into that shutdown. The Lord actually blessed me with a night job that I'll work, because I worked the night shift. Salakia, my voice is a little hoarse, but I worked the night shift, and then you know, my off nights I'll work a day or two. You know, so I was always constantly working, man, and that's what sustained me. You know, I picked up more hours during the shutdown. Okay, so 2018. It was down for 28 days, which it seemed longer. I thought it was like 32 days or some shit, you know, counting weekends or whatever, holidays, because it happened from December, right before New Year's or Christmas sometime, and then ended in late January. They're saying this current shutdown, which is it's already beyond, you know, any shutdown in the 1900s, right? It's already longer than that. It's about to beat the 2013 one, which I was affected then. 78, I wasn't born then. 95, I was still in grade school. All right. So it's going to eclipse, in my opinion, all of these dates that you see here, all right? And one of their insiders made a comment on it. Let me see. One of their insiders made a comment. Yeah, this guy right here, Senator, Speaker Johnson or whatever, from Louisiana. So he's a red state guy, right? One of Trump's buddies, Trump's cronies and shit. You can look at this guy's face. He has a look of what I consider the typical pedophile, you know, usual suspect. So it says Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson predicted Monday that the federal shutdown may become the longest in history, saying he won't negotiate with Democrats until they hit pause on their health care demands and reopen. So what are their health care demands? Which America's a wicked place. All this money these devils bring in, you would think health care would be free, just like Canada and certain other places around the world. All right. But nah, this is big business. Looming healthcare spikes for millions are at the heart of the government shutdown. So looks like they're not gonna subsidize or give a tax credit to Many individuals, healthcare is going to be a crazy. Your medicine's going to get more expensive. Your doctor visits, how people have the copay, that's going to get more expensive. All right. Millions expected to lose Medicaid coverage without changes to Trump's big bill. So Medicaid's about to be affected, elderly people. So it's about to get crazy out here, man. All right. Which is all done by design. Okay. So, but us men of the Lord, we have faith that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to provide for us. All right. This is Isaiah 19:14. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his violence. All right. So every industry, starting with the government, right, is going to be brought down, man, by the Lord, man. All right. So there's a drunken man staggering in his mouth. You see a drunken man, earling and shit, which I've been there before in the world. I was finished, man. Like, good thing the Lord blessed me with, good friends at the time to make sure I made it home safely. You know what I'm saying? Man, what time of nigga? But what if my man's had to tuck me in my bed, man? Took the key and everything to my car and shit. Woke up next morning like, yo, bro, I need that car to go to work. You know what I'm saying? My bad about last night. But that's how, we used to get in the world in our early 20s and shit. But now that we in the truth, we know not to get that blasted, man, when we outside of the house. Even in the house, man, because it's not really safe, man. You could literally throw up, vomit in your sleep, and that'll be the end of you, especially if you laying on your back, All right, if you sleeping on my back, good thing I don't like sleeping on my back. It's like uncomfortable for me, man. Unless I'm like beat tired, man, drained. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt. Talking about America. Egypt's a Greek word meaning bondage, and this is the house of bondage that we're captive here. All 12 tribes, man. All right. Which the head or tail branch of Rush may do. So it don't matter if you're a big wig CEO all the way down to a janitor. Ain't gonna be no work real soon. It's gonna be a big major event. Lord willing, between this month and next month, before the year over, I the one about to die. This event occurs and the final prophecies will come to pass, man. All right, including Babylon, America's destruction. All right, Egypt's destruction, New Egypt, man. All right, that's why you got places like Memphis. You got cities named Memphis in America, which that goes back to Egypt. You got cities named Cairo. I'm sure there's a city named Cairo in America. Cairo, America. Let's see. City. Where's Cairo in America? You got a city in Illinois called Cairo, man. All right. So this is modern day Egypt, man. All right. So because you people as a whole, trusted in a so-called white man, that's why this judgment is happening. But this is major judgment on, a lot of wicked, because you got a lot of wicked niggas that work for the federal government, man. They're not looking to help our people. These are jobs I had, I was helping people. But these people, they're not looking to help you. They're looking to put more affliction on Jake. All right? With the federal government, okay? So we'll see how long this shit boils over, man. And the land of Judah, talking about you so-called Negroes, man. Negro tribes, the American Negro, so-called, the so-called Haitian, the so-called Jamaican, West Indian, shall be a terror unto Egypt. And everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself. So you even look a nigga's way, you're going to be shook. Because the Lord's going to put the spirit on Jake to rise up, man, against you devils. Even 2/3. Not only the men of the Lord with the spiritual power, but you're going to have 2/3 rise up against you. Fucking heathens, man. Not only the Edomites, the so-called African, the natural African, the East Indian, the Moabite, Chinese, so forth, man. All the nations that hated us because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he have determined against. So the Lord's against this place, man. All right. It says, in that day shall the 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan and swear to the Lord of hosts. One shall be called the city of destruction. So America's going to get totally annihilated, man. In that day, sure, there be an altar to the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord. All right. It shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt. They shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a savior. Who's that savior? Yahushua. He's the ultimate savior, man. Even though you're going to have saviors among Zion, man. All right. You're going to have saviors, man. 144,000, man. Saviors, man. All right. But Yahushua is going to save the saviors, all right? And so he's the chief savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them, man. So the Lord, who you even call Jesus Christ, was a so-called black man. He's going to deliver us, man, all right? Not Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Tupac, Malcolm X, just a jackass, Al Sharpton, Benjamin Bubblehead Crump. Not none of them niggas, man. And the Lord shall be known to Egypt, and to the Egyptians shall know the Lord in that day, and shall do sacrifice and oblation. That is going to be a burnt sacrifice from Maine to SoCal, from Seattle all the way down to the Florida Keys, Miami area, Southern Florida, man. It's going to be all the way like, yea, they shall vow a vow to the Lord and perform it. So the Lord's getting ready to bring this place down, man. All right, but this is one of my favorite chapters, Isaiah, the 19th chapter, man. All right. So, but the Lord's going to deliver 1/3, man, of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners who look like the heathen nations, but your forefathers go back to us, right? But 2/3 of y'all are going to go down with America, man, because that's the majority of you niggas, man. So I'm going to end it there till next time.